We're learning Elul Nishmas Etta Ahuva Bas Yaakov Maseches Bava Metzia Perek Gimel Mishna Aleph. Hamafkid etzel chaverei behema oy kelem. If someone gives over to a shomer chinam, an animal or kelem utensils, v'nignevu oy she'avdu, and they get stolen or they get lost. So if the shomer chinam would swear that it was gneva v'aveda, he would be pater because the shomer chinam is pater on gneva v'aveda. But over here, shilem v'lo rotza lishava, he paid the owner instead of swearing. Sha'arei amru shomer chinam nishra v'yotze, like we just said, really the halacha is that the shomer chinam could just swear and be pater. But over here he went ahead and he paid. So it's the halacha that he's kinda now the kefel if the ganav gets found. So nimsa ganav, if the ganav gets found, mishalem tashumi kefel, tabach u'macher, if the ganav shechted it and sold it, and mishalem tashumi arba v'chamisha, then he would pay dal v'hei, l'mi mishalem l'mi shapikadin etzlei, this shomer is kaineh. And Rashi explains that it was worth it for the owner, and the Chachamim that's the sign for all owners, it's nichul l'baylam sheyehei betuach b'keren, that this way they're guaranteed that they get paid back the keren. Otherwise it's a suffix whether it will be nimsa ganav and they'll wind up getting kefel. So they'd rather get a sure guaranteed repayment of their keren instead of taking the chance of investment, we'll call it, to get the kefel. And therefore, if the shomer is willing to go ahead and pay, and he's willing to take this chance, then he's taka kaina the kefel if the ganav is found. The end of the Mishnah says, Nishpa v'loy ratzeh l'shalem, if he swears regular, so then, Nimsa ganav mishalem tashumi kefel, tavach u'machar mishalem tashumi arba v'chamisha, l'mi mishalem l'bali b'kad. And then if the ganav gets found, then he pays it to the bailam. Mishna Beis, ha-seicher para mechaver v'hishil la'acher. Someone is a seicher, and a seicher has a halacha like a shomer sacher, where he's pater on einzin, and he lends it out to someone else. So the Gemara asks, how could you do that? Is a shomer allowed to give it over to another shomer? So the Gemara says 4 different pshatim throughout the Shakavataya. Either a shomer shemasul shomer is pater taka, or we're talking about a case where the bailam gave him rishus to lend it out to someone else. Or since at the end of the day, we didn't say what happened, but at the end of the day, it winded up dying over here. So for dying, there's no difference whose house it was in, because we say malach hamavas, mali hacham, mali hasam. Or the 4th pshat is that the only reason a shomer can't give it over to another shomer is because the bailam don't trust the second person with the shvua. At mehem nisli b'shvua, and I don't believe the other guy. But over here, we're going to see in the Mishnah that the first shomer is the one that's going to have to swear anyhow. So that's why he was allowed to lend it out. So again, you have someone that rented something and lent it out to someone else, and it winds up, Mesa Kedarka and Einis winds up happening. So number 3 has to pay for it because he was a shoyel. Number 2, the seicher wouldn't have to pay to the bailam. So it comes out that Yishava HaSeicher Shemesa Kedarka and he's pater. The seicher, the renter, is pater. And Hashoyel Yishalem HaSeicher, and then he gets this money from the shoyel, and therefore it winds up that the seicher winds up making money on this rental because he is pater paying the bailam because he's pater on Einis, and the person he lent it to has to pay to him because the shoyel is chayav on einzin. Amar Rabbi Yosi, Ketzad aloy sischar b'parasa shechaverei. How could that be that he's making money on this deal? How could it be that the seicher is making money on the para of the bailam? Ella taxa para lebailam. The shoyel pays directly to the bailam. Taisus Yontav brings down from the Rosh that the svara is that it says if the seicher was a shliach of the baal when he lent it over to the shoyel, and it's really as if the bailim are lending it to the shoyel, and therefore the bailim done directly with the shoyel, and since the shoyel is chayiv and einstein, the shoyel pays it to the bailim. And the Rav says halacha ki Rabbi Yosi, he brings down that what the Gemara says, that we paskin like Rabbi Yosi. In the Gemara, there's a machlokes amiraim, would Rabbi Yosi hold ketzad alo iseschar paratza sheraver, even in Mishnah Aleph, where the shomer chinam paid and he was kind the kefel, do we say that Rabbi Yosi would argue on such a thing? How could it be that the shomer is making money on this deal, that he's getting the kefel? He would hold maybe the same thing, that the bailam deal directly with the ganav. So that's a machlokes in the Gemara between Shmuel and Rabbi Yochanan.